Hi everybody, it's Christina from Card Making Magic. Today we're going to use embossing folders to create a card. Really easy, simple card to make. And I'm going to use some parchment, and this is a 160 GSM parchment, so it's a good strong one. Now you're going to need an embossing folder that has an open pattern in it that you can colour. And I'm going to create my card using this one. Now I know it's a poinsettia embossing folder, but it doesn't have to stay looking like a poinsettia. So let's go ahead and make this card. So I've cut my sheet of parchment in half, and I'm going to place it inside the embossing folder. Now I'm going to run that through the machine on the embossing sandwich, so you'll need to check your own machine's layering of the plates before you start. So once we've done that, this is the pattern that we have in the parchment, and that's using the poinsettia one. I thought we'd also have a look at the leaf one, and that's another pattern that we can colour. Now you need alcohol markers to colour this, or colour pencils, or perhaps even watercolour would work, but I'm going to use alcohol markers on my sheet. So there's my piece of parchment, and it's now being embossed. I'm going to place it onto some craft card, and then you can see it a little bit better. Now if you feel it, it's raised on one side and it's debossed on the other. So it's the debossed side that we're going to work on. Now I'm going to do all my flowers in different colours, but so I've chosen a light and a dark in each shade. And I've picked out what I thought were the green leaves in it, and I've coloured those as well. So I'm just going to start now with the dark blue, and I'm going to bring you in really close so you can see what I'm doing. So to colour the flowers, I'm using a light and a dark shade of each colour that I want. And I'm starting with the darker shade, and I'm going into the centre of the flower. Now I'm allowing the ink to run into the channel that's around each petal, and that just accentuates the side of the flower. Now the centre of the flower I'm going to colour yellow, and anything that I think is a leaf and not part of the flower I'm going to colour in green. So we've done the petals. Now I'm going to take my lighter shade and take it right the way to the end, but I'm still allowing the ink to flow into that channel. So it's not a difficult process, it just takes time to colour the flower in. But once you've done it, the effect is really it's worth it, well worth it. Now I think that petal up there is a leaf, so we're just going to colour that one in green. Again, allowing the ink to flow into the channel. And then we'll do the centre of the flowers in yellow. So it would be a good idea to do all the centres in yellow first, and then they're all done and ready to be coloured. And this is the effect that you're going to get. So you do your colours, your flowers, any colour that you want, but when you turn it over to the correct side, this is what you have. You have your two-tone flowers and your green leaves. Now I'm going to continue with that now and colour in all the rest of the flowers, so that this is the effect that I will get for my cards. Also done the green one. I've done the green one with alcohol inks here, but you can also do the same thing with your pencils. So I'm just putting the ink into the channel that's been created by the folder. And you will need to keep your pencil point quite sharp so that it can go into that channel. Once you've completed all that, that's the beautiful effect that you'll have with your green leaves, whether you use alcohol markers or your pencils. Now from my parchment I've cut different shapes, and I have top folding cards that are an A2 size that I'm going to add these parchment pieces to. Now before I add these in, I'm going to cut and emboss some panels that will sit behind. So there's my panels embossed, and just to add a little bit of strength to the parchment, I've cut some backings for these shapes. So that's just to try a heart shape to sit behind that one. This one will be trimmed down to sit behind this, and this one just has a plain panel, doesn't need to be embossed, and that's just going to sit on there. So I'm going to add these panels now to my cards, and that will leave just a small border around the sides. And for the heart one, I've cut the heart 4 times and stacked it up. That just makes that stand out a little bit more, and that will fit on my card. Now in my little bit box I have found different sentiments that I want to add to the cards. So I'll stick these in place first. Now the thanks is one of the sentiments that I've found, and I've cut that 4 times, and the top layer is white glossy card, which just gives it that little bit of a shine. So I've added the sentiments in, and I've just got some little sub sentiments that I've stamped and added to some white card, and they're just going to sit underneath the main greeting. So this one says just to say, and the main one says hello. Now we can decorate these up with some pearls or some diamante just to finish them off, and then they'll be ready to send. So for this one I've added some black pearls, this one has some blue ones. I'm going to put some silver ones on this card, and we'll just add these in a random area. And we don't need too many, and we'll have one more down here, there, and another one there. That's it. And for this one we'll find some pearls. So there are my 4 cards completed, ready to send. I've used the heart die from the box collection just to create the shape there. I've embossed the back panels with this quatrefoil embossing folder, and I've used the poinsettia to make the main panel there. The leaf embossing folder created the leaf panels, and the little sentiments are from these sets from Crafty Potential. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one, and why not subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, and you'll always be aware when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.